Hi you guys, welcome back to Little Green Cottage, or welcome if you're new. My name is Karen. I live in New York and I use the cash stuffing method to keep up on my bills, pay off my debt, and to save for future expenses. Today is a weekly check-in, and we're actually doing 2 weeks because last week I did not do a check-in. So, let's get to, is this my last? Oh, uh-oh. Where am I? That's the end of July. Alright, so we are moving on to this week. It's week 33 of 2026. And I didn't do last week? Maybe I did. Oh. No, I do have to do 2 weeks. I thought so. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so I usually start this with... Can you guys see? I know, it's a bit, I gotta make some adjustments here, I think. That's a little better. Okay, so I start with what I actually plan to spend. So that's like my groceries, whatever I stuff my wallet with. So I'm going to start with groceries. And so where am I? Groceries. Okay. Here's $20.95 and then 60 $19.15. Okay, and that's it. So that's $86.70. Okay, let me highlight those because I will be like, did I forget something? You know. So the groceries. Okay. The next is household, and I don't think that I spent anything on household. I did not. So I'm going to just cross that off. Gas. So gas, I'm going to come back to that one because I did not spend in cash. Oh, maybe I just will add these all up. Okay, so 20 and 20 is 40. I'm just making sure that oh, I did spend gas in cash. Okay, so that was $30. All right, so and then I have what I call a PTO card or a vacation card that I get through my union, and sometimes I use that as backup money if I do not have monies. So that's what the purple indicates. So we're going to go there, and there. I knew I missed one. All right, next is myself, and you guys are going to get all upset with me. It looks like I ate out a lot 2 weeks ago, and then I also went out a few times last week. So let's go ahead. So 25.65, 34, 10.95, 11.32, and that's it. Okay, 81.92. So let me do those because it looks like I spent on my vacation card once too for this. Where am I? Oh, 17.29. Okay, and then I did get some food for my dogs that came to $31.19. I got them a big bag, so I'm happy I could get that for them because it will save me a lot in the long run. I think it's crazy that a 44-pound bag of dog food is $31, but an 18-pound bag of dog food is like $16.99, which comes to roughly about $18. So I'm getting more than twice as much for not even twice as much. So it's a little wild to me that things like that happen. And let me highlight this because I definitely did not. Oh, we are almost done with this part. Okay. Miscellaneous is $14.25. That's where I do laundry. I try to make sure I go like once a week. Sometimes I don't always make it. But that was all my spending for that week. So I didn't do too bad. Except for myself, because I don't know. I get crabby if I don't eat. I like to eat. But I clearly had not been making enough time for myself. Okay. So let's get a total in. All right, so 86.70 plus 30 plus 40, 81, 17.29, 31.19, and 14.25. That is $343. Okay. And I have I can't remember if I took out I did not take out YouTube memberships. Okay. So, we're going to go through and pull out the money for bills. So, I've got my bill binder over here. This half doesn't matter anymore right now. So, my YouTube memberships, I'm going to take out 3 plus 13. And I will end up taking out this $4.99. So that's going to be $21 to come out of my subscriptions. Do 10, 15, 21. That leaves me with $20. Let me make sure that I update this. So what's today? 8/25. So that's going to be $20 left. Very good. So, and then my electric, I'm going to take that out when we do next week. So for this one, I'm only going to do $21 for bills going back. And yeah, that's really it. I want to make sure that I check these off because I took those. Yeah, I think that's it for this week. And then I've got this past week. So I was in rough sorts last week, I think. Okay. Let me see what I'm doing here. So let's start with groceries. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I already took this out. All right. Hold on. I know, I've got to check and see. Okay, okay. Taking it down a notch. Okay, so let's start with groceries. Where are my groceries? Okay, here I spent $49.04. $61.50 and $43.60. So that's a total of $154.14. I know I'm a mess over here, you guys. Don't mind me. $154.14. All right, let me. This one and this one. Okay. Next. What is next? Household. I did not buy anything for household, and it's a little rough right now. I really need to go to the store. Gas. Let's find out. Okay, so I spent $15 in cash. I knew I spent more than that. Okay, so in cash, we're gonna put down 15, and then on my PTO card, I spent $45.03. Okay. Yep. All right. The next thing is myself. Okay. I think I may have done better this week. So I think for the most part I made lunch, and then I was like, no, I want to stop and have snacks. But 20:05, I think I definitely forgot my lunch that day. And Friday, and then 34. All right, so I spent a total of $95.60. That was all in cash. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I know what I forgot to do. That's all right. We'll come back to it. Let me highlight these because I will forget. Okay, next, the dogs. I had already bought them some food. They didn't need treats or anything, so I didn't have to buy anything. Miscellaneous, $16. That was for laundry. And then I did have a thing happen with my phone. This is when I got my phone fixed. They got me a new screen. It cost me $216. So and in case you don't know, somebody stepped on my screen, I believe. They said it fell. It fell in a porta-john. There is nothing in a porta-john that would suggest that it would crack my screen as bad as it did. Initially, it's been like that for 2 months. Initially, it was a little flickery, but over time, like the whole bottom half of my screen just started blacking out, and I couldn't even text or anything. So I have a new screen. I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be able to use my phone the way it was intended to use. So $216. I will be more conscientious in the future. So let's get totals here for how much I spent. So we've got 154.14, 45.03 plus 15, 95.60, 16, and 216. That's 292. Wow, that's pretty good actually, considering no, that can't be correct. That can't be correct. No, we're not doing all that. 154.14. Yeah, I knew that had to be wrong. Okay, 541.77. How did I pay for this in cash if I just don't have it? I pulled out my emergency fund and some other monies from other funds because I needed it. I needed it. So we are doing okay. Now, let's get into bills. I am going to be pulling out, so I don't need, yeah, no, I need to pull out more for, this is going to go to my credit card. These are subscriptions, but they go to my credit card. And I need to pull out my electric. So, bills. So for ChatGPT and CapCut, that is 9 plus 11, that's $20. So we're going to satisfy that, so that's going to be 20. And that's, I think, what I've got left in here. So 10, 15, and 20. Nope. That should be a big fat 0. Okay. There's no money left in that one. The other one's my electric. I owe $128.90. I believe I only have $120 in here. That comes out of my utilities. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. That's correct. So what I'm going to do is just make myself a little note here. 120. Let me track this before I forget. 825 minus 120, so that's 0. That means that I am going to be keeping at least $9 in the bank for my utilities. I do know what my pay is going to be. I just have not broken it down yet. I wanted to do the check-in before I really broke it down. So there's that for bills. The mortgage and everything I'm going to worry about next week. Should I? Shouldn't I? What should I do, you guys? I'm gonna wait. Okay. I'm gonna wait. I will likely do an early check-in, earlier check-in, because, I mean, Monday is the 31st. Come on now. Monday is the 31st, so I can do it Monday. I can do it Monday and have everything back to the bank. Okay. Let's stop. So I'm actually going to put this back to my credit card, but for right now, bills back to the bank is going to be $120. Next. Oh, yeah, you guys. I have been wanting to do this for quite a while now. I have in this is my money binder for my daily savings. And I pulled out, I don't even know if that it does make a little bit of a difference, doesn't it? It does. This is for my extra money payments. So, my extra payments for scratch pay and to repay myself and pay back some money on my credit card. So, scratch pay, I'm actually going to just stuff it in the envelope. And we're not going to freak out. I am going to keep this envelope, though, because if I do finish any of those quarter challenges of my dailies, I'm going to put it in here. So so I can record how much I was able to save to go back to debt. So, where is scratch pay? Is this it? It is. I'm putting in $5, $10, $15, $16, $17, $18, $19, and $20. Plus 20, which gives me 67. Okay. The rest of those, they are going to go just straight to my credit card payment, but some of them are for repaying myself. So, I'm going to keep the envelope and put these in here, but I am going to, oh, this is just straight up a credit card. I'll save these. Hold on. So $5 is going to go in to pay my credit card. This one is going towards appliances. So I have my home binder here, and I am going to deduct $4 from this envelope in the back. Not furniture. Appliances. So I'm so sorry if you guys can see my bush mess of a hair. Where did I put my green pen? It's right here, Karen. Okay. So, $8.25. So we're still at a negative 49. But when this zeroes out, I can stop saving in that debt binder so that I can actually start saving again for that category. So that's an additional $4 going over here. Janelle Ray Budgets, this is for car maintenance, and this is a big one because I think actually car maintenance in here is going to, it's in this binder. And, okay. Let me calm down. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to take the car maintenance money out of here also, because I really want to pay that deficit back. Yes. Yes. I'm going to just unstuff it just so that I can get money back to my credit card. Thank you. So, we have got these two challenges that I finished here for $12. And then this one from Janelle Ray Budgets saved $4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. $16. that I am taking off of this deficit. So let's say 16. Okay. 371 minus 16. So that's 355. That's how badly I'm in. Minus 355.71. So, yeah, that was for new tires last month. I was slightly frustrated last week. Okay. Next, this one goes to my mind and body. This is from Danny over Craftco Budgets, and $3 is going to. I have to only start with one because I think I'm going to start with the lowest one. Okay. That would be my journals and planners. So that's going to be $3. Okay. So that means I'm at a negative 75.83. Yeah? Yeah. It's bad right now, y'all. I have to figure out my own stuffs. Okay. And then, lastly, I was just saving for my credit card, but I don't think that that is the best way for me to do it. But I am going to keep those envelopes just so that when I do finish challenges, I have some place to actually put the money. So these are challenges that I completed for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Let's put things in the right spot, Karen. Okay. That was just for a general credit card payment. Not for any of the deficits. So, you know what? I am going to take out my credit card. And technically my Capital One is supposed to be $89 because I am maxed out on my limit. So let's see how much I have in here for my credit card. Yep, there's Capital One. And I have got 45. So let me write that down so I don't forget. Okay. So let me quickly add up how much is going back to the credit card. All right, so that's going to be 20 plus 45. Hold on. Yeah, 20 and 45 plus 9 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. 5, 4, 5, 7. Okay. Ooh, that's nice. That's $105 going back to credit card. Nice. Okay. I'm okay with this. I'm going to keep these in the back here. But that's how I plan on doing with my weekly check-ins. I should be following up with how much is going towards debt when I finish challenging my debt binder. I believe I will be doing this once a week to send to whatever debt or to reallocate it into where I'm stuffing my bill money. So that's nice. That's nice. I say that's a good job. I will have to plan better. That payment might actually, that minimum payment might go down, but I'm not positive. Okay. Total saved and that's my total spent. That's what's going back to the bank. I don't think I am 100% caught up on, maybe I am. Hold on the memberships that came out. I don't think I'm totally caught up on the memberships that came out, so I don't want to do that yet. Okay, but this is what's already been paid to bills this week on that week. So we paid scratch pay is automatically deducted, which I have my feelings about, but I'm going to leave it be. 23 38 145 26 125 463. All right, so total in bills 771 26. Yes. Okay. And then how much did I save not this past week, but the week before? All right, so 12 times 7 is $84. All right, so that's that. We did good with that. And so saved this week. We have 13 total, 13 every day. That's 91. Nice. Okay. Let me highlight these so that I'm like, wait, why didn't... We gotta be cohesive here a little bit, I think. All right, I will be double checking my account to see if any, because really about this time only YouTube memberships have come out, so there's a small buffer in my account, so that's covered really. But I think the only big concern I had was yeah, being able to make sure that I bring everything back. So let's figure out how much I should have, yes? So going back on this week is just the $21 for my YouTube subscriptions or memberships. And then here I should have 120 plus 105. We should have 248 here, I believe. So let's find out. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 40, 60, 70, 80, 5, 95, 200, 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 246. Did I say 248 before? Let me get a little sticky just so that I know. I know I've got them somewhere. They might have fallen down like all the other day things. I hope you guys know that I have like 8,000 stickies. All right. Total 246, and to bills 120. Credit card 105. No. Yes? I think so. I think that's correct. All right, so there's my note to myself. And I do have my, I've got my pay. I've got to break it down and figure things out. But yeah, that's really it. I'm sorry, you guys, if this was a really long video. I hope you had a snack and a drink. But I had to get it together and figure some things out. But you guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the content or the video and you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And until the next time, you guys, stay safe, be well, make sure you're taking care of yourselves, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.